Welcome to the Windy City Rundown. Yeah. Whoa. Hey there. Welcome to another great episode of the Windy City Rundown. I am Eric Avila, riding solo for the moment until Jose Contreras comes back. Guys, as always, follow us on all the social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those good platforms. Make sure you guys like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Like, share our episodes on your Facebook page. Give us a comment, give us a like, hit the little bell on both YouTube and Facebook to get notified when our shows are live every Tuesday at or around 7:30. We appreciate you guys' love and support. Like I said, like and share and follow our Facebook page and YouTube page. Facebook and YouTube page. Thank you very much, guys, for doing that for us. We appreciate you guys. Just we appreciated the Chicago Bears this past season. It was a fun year, guys. It was a fun and great. Yeah, it was just a fun season overall. Unfortunately, ended on Sunday against the Rams, 20-17 in overtime in another just a normal Bears game, right? Where we're just stressed out for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden Caleb just comes out of nowhere, does something theatrical, something crazy, something off script, something that just causes us high blood pressure and excitement all at the same time. And then, just a lot of missed opportunity from the Chicago Bears on Sunday. And that was the key for us on Sunday. The Bears had a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of drop balls, a lot of just things that didn't go their way when time needed the most. I mean, we could count numerous drop passes. We can count numerous field goal opportunities that we didn't take. Caleb's 3 interceptions. Well, I mean, the list goes on and on. Obviously, the biggest talking interception one is the one that he threw to DJ Moore, where DJ kind of gave up on the route, or he didn't know that the ball was going to go to him. Caleb probably putting the ball in a position where the ball wasn't supposed to be there. It was just a lot of things happened. A lot of negative plays for the Chicago Bears happened on Sunday to put them in their position, but at the end of the day, they still battled. I mean, they sacked Matthew Stafford 4 times. They did a lot. It was a lot happening on Sunday, and unfortunately, it didn't go the Bears' way. I mean, we get a lot of talking points. The biggest one is like the interception at the end, because when the Bears finally found an answer, the defense finally showed up for the Chicago Bears for the first time in such a very long time. And I don't believe that Ben Johnson had enough. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Confidence. I guess it's the best word I could put in it. Enough confidence in the Bears defense throughout the whole entire game to put themselves in that position throughout the whole entire game, because he didn't have that the whole entire year. You know what I mean? The team was hurt defensively the whole entire year. I mean, players were gone left and right. He kept missing players week after week after week after week. And it just felt like Ben Johnson wasn't comfortable enough to put his defense into that position, or put faith in his defense to be in that position, which is why he didn't, on many 4th and downs opportunities that he had to go for it, and the Rams stuffed them, right? And instead of getting, field goals, 2 to 3 field goals that he left out there that he should have gotten, I mean, plenty of talking points on that one too. Caleb's 3 interceptions. I mean, the first one, I mean, I guess you could call that a arm punt, whatever. The second one, who was that? The one to Coastal? No, the one to Zacchaeus that I think was a miscommunication between him or Coastal Loveland didn't take away the defender, which, the defender made a good read and intercepted the ball. And obviously the last one, the last interception, a big talking point for all of us. Like I mentioned earlier, people like to blame Caleb for that pass. A lot of people, and even Collinsworth, said that it's DJ's fault. DJ kind of half-assed his whole entire route towards the tail end. And that's where a lot of people want to put the blame on it. And I've been hearing it a lot over the last couple of days that, DJ just gave up. DJ didn't complete the route, And looking back at it as well, myself, it looked like both DJ and Rome were both open, but also at the same time, they both felt like the ball wasn't going to go to them. So they kind of like half-assed their route at the very end to do so. Caleb just threw the ball where it thought that DJ was going to be at. And, here we are. The Rams came down, they scored a field goal, they won at the end of the game, but not after fuck. How many times do we have to say it though? Like that was a bad performance, but I mean, let's look at the positives. I mean, the defense, wow. Yeah, you guys showed up when we needed it the most, and you guys did show up throughout the whole entire game. 4 sacks. Who would have thought that the Bears would have gotten 4 sacks on Matthew Stafford? Nobody. Who thought it would be the other way around, right? 0 sacks on Caleb, 4 on Matthew Stafford, right? The only unfortunate part is they didn't get no takeaways. There were many opportunities that the Bears could have had some takeaways via fumble or even interceptions. They just weren't close enough to the ball for that, or quick enough to get to the ball on that aspect. But they did all right. Brisker, what a game. Gordon, what a game. We missed those guys throughout the whole entire year. If those two were healthy for at least majority of the year, I think we would have had a different conversation about this Bears defense and just this Bears team in general and how confident he would have felt if everybody was 100% healthy, right? Jalen Johnson looked like he got his football. Legs were under him again, and he did an okay job on Puka Nacua and also Devontae Adams at times when he was on them. Defensively, they were there. They did what they needed to do with the lack of pressure up front. I mean, Dennis Allen probably had McVay's number literally for all 5 quarters, including overtime, except for the last drive of the overtime kick. McVay couldn't find an answer, could not find an answer for Dennis Allen's defense other than going up tempo, other than going no huddle. That was the only time that I felt that the Rams offense did any sort of damage to the Chicago Bears, because Matthew Stafford probably had one of the worst performances, and he's been having a lot of those the last couple of weeks, especially on the road. Been having those bad performances. He had another one. He had another stinker. We go on and on. I mean, the positive aspects of it is the defense side. The other positive aspect is these Bears don't quit. This Bears team literally this year defines as you just don't quit. You do not quit, and if you give the Bears an opportunity, they will come a knocking, and they will knock that door down. Because, geez, how many times we have to see this from Caleb Williams, guys? And on my board, if you don't see it, I have it right here. Season may ended. I don't have that. The season may have ended, but guess what, guys? We finally have something this year and for the forever future of the Chicago Bears for the next, I don't know how many years. But for right now, at this very moment, on January 20th, 2026, the Bears have a head coach and a quarterback. We would have never, ever, 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 ever in anybody's timeline of alive in the last 40, 50, 60 years has that sentence been so real for the Chicago Bears. It's always find the head coach, find the quarterback. Find the head coach for the quarterback. Find the quarterback for the head coach. This time, we have the quarterback and the head coach heading to next season. And that is the beauty about this team. This team was – everybody fell in love with this team probably after the Bears went 4-0 after going down 0-2 in the first and the start of the season. And everybody was captivated by Ben Johnson and his ruthless just persona. Ben Johnson did something to this fan base that we've never felt. At least I've never felt as a Bears fan ever in my whole entire existence of being a Bears fan. And that's giving us an opportunity to believe, an opportunity to feel like we're going to be in every single game and we're going to win every single game. And that to me, guys, just speaks volumes of what the Bears are going to be for the next couple of years. Because why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, the Bears have a head coach and they have a quarterback. And I can confidently say that with my chest. And I think everybody probably hopefully the whole entire Chicago fan base can say that the Bears have a head coach, and have a quarterback. Windy City Rundown here on Facebook and on YouTube. Jose should be joining me a little later in this episode, in the show. Hopefully he joins me because it's just gonna be me and you, y'all. But the link is in the comment section if you guys do want to join us. I'm dropping that right now on our Facebook page if you guys want to join me, or you can also join me in the comment section too as well. Tell me how you guys feel. Like for real, how do you guys feel after Sunday? Like, did you guys feel? Obviously, did you guys feel sad? You guys, how do you feel for the Bears' future from here and out? Where's your guys just overall feeling for the Bears in the future right now for the Chicago Bears? Because right now I am as optimistic and as positive as I can be. I was kind of down for like probably for like 25, 30 seconds. It was down because obviously the way how that game ended with Caleb Williams finding Cole Kmet in the back of the end zone with like 17, 16, 18 seconds left, whatever time was left on the clock, finding him some way, somehow in that crowd and just scoring that touchdown. And we're like, oh shit, not again. Like me and my fiance, we were just like in awe. Like I was obviously screaming. It was like yelling, oh shit, like how I normally do, right? And she was just in just amazement of what just happened and in disbelief of what just happened, because I think that's how we all felt. But also at the same time, it was more of the fact of like, he did this shit again. Like he did it again. He did it one more time. Like, when would this stop? And honestly, I mentioned it last week and a couple weeks ago. You know what? I'll be okay if it's always going to be like this. I will be okay if every game from here on out for the Chicago Bears is like this, where we scrap and scrap and scrap, still in the game, maybe not looking good or looking pretty good, but not really putting this team out, or the team's not putting us out whatsoever. And then the last 2-3 minutes, Iceman decides to show up and with ice in his vein, go down the field and give us a game-winning drive, whether it's via touchdown or field goal. I'll be okay with that. I'm fine with that, because at the end of the day, it's more belief, more positivity, more like, you know what, we ain't down because we're gonna come back type of attitude. And I'd rather have that. Me personally, I rather have that, because I know that at the end of the day, my team is going to come back into this game. My team is going to win. My team is going to do the best way they can to provide us an opportunity with a W, one way or another. But yeah, you know what? Again, missed opportunities is probably the biggest thing for the Chicago Bears that had happened on Sunday. And you know what? We could take a lot of it. We could put whatever blame game you want to play. Because honestly, I feel like there is no wrong answer, right? I really do feel like there is no wrong answer, or either a right answer at this aspect, and especially the last interception. Let me clarify that the last interception, I really do believe, you're not wrong in saying that it was Caleb's fault for throwing their interception, just like you're not wrong saying that it's DJ Moore's fault for not completing that route. You're not wrong in saying that Caleb should have done better, or put his wide receiver or receivers in a better position too as well. But again, you're also not wrong saying what the hell was DJ doing? Or you know what I mean? Like, it's not a right answer or a wrong answer, but your statement isn't wrong either. Because like Caleb said, it's a miscommunication. It was a miscommunication between a couple players. It's miscommunication between two pros, your number one quarterback and your number one paid wide receiver in DJ Moore, right? And also, look, what's the word I'm trying to? I mean, you give whatever you want to take, because if it wasn't for DJ in the last couple of weeks, we would never been in this position. Just like if it wasn't for Caleb, doing those miraculous touchdowns, we would never been in that position either. So it's just kind of like, it's hard to really put a complete full blame on people, but somebody needs to take the blame for what has happened, because it was a crucial part of the game where the Bears were thriving, the Bears were going down the field, the Bears were threatening. The Bears got a stop in overtime on the Rams. They just got the ball back with a punt. They were looking good to drive just to get a couple yards for a field goal attempt, because the next score wins the game. Excuse me. And the fact that the Bears drive ended on such a sour note on a play where it just looked like it was just what the hell, kind of killed it all for everybody. It was just a mood killer because the defense had to go back out there and provide another stop again. And you knew it wasn't going to happen. You were just hoping for it, but you knew it just wasn't going to happen because you're giving McVay, a Super Bowl winning head coach, Matthew Stafford, a Super Bowl winning head quarterback, an opportunity to go back down the field and score a touchdown, score a field goal, just score. But again, in that aspect, that you also got to put it into this perspective, guys. First time head coach, first time quarterback in the playoffs. They already had one game in the belt. More pressure. Obviously, the games get a lot more tougher. Games get, a lot more closer, as you may see. And mistakes are going to be prone. Caleb Williams, for 2 postseason games, has already thrown multiple picks. A quarterback throughout the regular season doesn't put the ball up for danger, doesn't put up the ball up for grabs for the other team to give him the opportunity for him to get intercepted. Caleb has thrown 5 interceptions this postseason. He's only thrown 6 for 17 regular season games. 17 regular season games. That speaks volumes, and like the amount of pressure of playoff football and what it brings, and the first time being in the dance. And let's go into the comment section. What's up, Johnny Palayo, my boy Johnny P? He says it sucks that our season ended on an interception. 100%. I think I you know what? Like, no, there's no good way to put it. It does suck. It does suck because for something that was in Caleb's repertoire of not putting us into harm's way, not putting us in positions to where the ball is going to be returned back by the opponent because of his throwing decision. He doesn't do that. And for him to do it not once, but 3 times, give or take, how much blame you want to give him for all 3. One, of course. But the 2 out of the 3 interceptions wasn't really Caleb's fault. If that's how you want to put it, whatever. But yeah, it does suck, John. It does suck that our season ended on an interception simply because of what Caleb and the Bears offense and the Bears team in general put us throughout the whole entire season. The way how we fought in every single game and just ended on a game-winning drive, field goal, touchdown, or even block field goal in some aspects that you were in Vegas. That's the way how that was just a gut punch, and it knocked the air out of all of us, even everybody in that stadium. Like everybody in that stadium just felt once that interception happened, like the air was just sucked out of that place. And, the Bears had to do the best way that they can to recover that momentum. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but what a fun season. What a great season though this year was, man. This season was just a fun season overall. What he said, John said, Vegas made the call. 100%. Vegas. I said 100%. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? Who they made a call to? That's 100%. I don't know, man. But I mean, it was just a crucial interception, crucial time for him to throw that pick. Just an unfortunate timing. That is all. That's pretty much it, man. There's nothing else that we could do. There's nothing much we could do. There's nothing much we can say. We, as the people that we watch these games from afar, from the couch, from the stands, people like me who's trying to make a podcast work for the last 2-3 years, and hopefully thank you guys for the support. We appreciate you. We just keep sharing our shows. We talk about this. We do this. This is what we talk about at the end of the day because we're not on the field. But I mean, we try to put the blame on somebody. Somebody has to be at fault for what happened in the last play of the Chicago Bears season, that interception. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that it's Caleb's fault. A lot of people are saying it's DJ Moore's fault. You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying that somehow, some way, it's Ben Johnson's fault for not going for 2 after scoring that touchdown at the in the fourth quarter, to hopefully win us the game, because the Rams only had 17 seconds to go down the field and attempt to score a field goal. But it is what it is. John says, "Where's my compa?" I texted him, John, and he told me that he just got home. I told him from work or from something else, and he just MIA'd. Like, he didn't text me back. So, the show must go on. You're more than welcome to join, John. The link is in the comment section. You're right here. Just join us to talk about the Bears game on Sunday. As for everybody else, too, as well, you could join like John did. And also, Tony, what's up, Tony? Bear down, baby. Love this team. Love the season. It makes me happy that we look forward to next season to come very, 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 very promising. 100%, Tony. It's exactly what I said in the beginning of the show. I mean, it's something we look forward to. On my board, if you can read it, I don't think you can, but it says the Bears have a head coach and a quarterback. Like, that sentence alone, Tony, just speaks volumes of where the Bears football has been for years. For years, Tony, we've been always asking, get us a head coach and give us a quarterback, or give us a quarterback, or give us a head coach for the quarterback, or give us a quarterback for the head coach. Like, we've always mixed and matched everything. We've always wanted it to be together. And for the first time in a very, very long time, Tony, for the first time ever in my fandom, and maybe probably in your fandom, probably not in your fandom, you had Dicka, but in my fandom, we finally have a head coach and a quarterback on our team. This was a fun season. The title of the show for today, it's called, well, that was a fun season. Because it was. It was probably and will only be the best, most fun season any Chicago sports team would ever have in the next 10, 15 years. Right? Because if you guys been watching me and been watching me for the last couple weeks, I've been saying that this team gave me so much 2015 Chicago Cubs vibe. And I only say that the 2015 Cubs vibes because that team came up so early. That team was out of nowhere. That team exceeded all expectations. That team went into the playoffs and damn near almost made it to the World Series, but they got swept by the Mets. And the next year after that was all business. That 2015 Cubs team reminded me so much of this Bears team. This 2026 Bears team reminded me so much of that Cubs team in 2015 because this was fun. Everybody and nobody expected but none of us, neither I, nor Jose, nor you, Tony, or John, or anybody else that watches and follows the Chicago Bears, put the Bears in that position. They only put them in that position, be like, hey, you know what? If we get to 9, 10 wins, make the wild card, great. If we get 10 to 11 wins, win the North, great. No, but nobody had those expectations of the Bears getting out of the first round. Nobody in their wildest dreams had put the Bears in the divisional game. Nobody, because that was too quick. But it was a nice turnaround. But inexperience, first time, blah blah blah. All of this happened. But you know what we got? We got a team that won their first playoff game in appearance, both head coach and quarterback. Got a division round. I got a game on my birthday weekend. The fuck? I got a game on my birthday weekend. I got a football game on my birthday week. I haven't had that in such a very, very, very long time. I won in life on that aspect. I did. Back to the comment section. Tony says the Chicago Bears have put the NFC and the NFL on notice. 100%, Tony. That is 100% correct. And I agree with you on that part. I really did. I felt like the Bears were on notice probably like the tail end of the regular season. I think that Green Bay game kind of like got everybody's attention. After that, they lost 2 games in a row with the 49ers and the Lions. But I feel like the 2 Green Bay games for sure, the regular and the playoff season games, kind of were like, all right, everybody was like, okay, the Bears are going to be a legitimate team with these additions. Like, this is what the Bears need to do. And then last week kind of solidified it, right? Now, imagine if they would have won. Oh, shit. I think this whole show would have been a whole different program. That's 100% sure. But no, for sure. The Bears the Bears definitely put themselves on notice for the whole entire conference and the whole entire NFL. 100%. 100%. And I love that. And that's all that we ever wanted. That's all that we ever wanted. John said, this Bears team, right? This Bears team reminded of the 2015 Cubs by the means of hella bandwagon fans came out of after Thanksgiving. No, definitely not. He said, my expectations were playoffs. I mean, look, a lot of people had some people had the Bears in the playoffs. A lot of people had the Bears in the playoffs, right? A lot of people, I didn't. I really did feel like the Bears still had a lot to work with. The Bears needed a lot of help, and the Bears needed a lot of things to go their way. I probably gave the Bears that the most. I don't remember, but if I remember correctly, the most I think I would have gave the Bears was 10 wins. That was the most I ever gave them. Or in my mind, I thought that they could have gotten, right? But it still wasn't enough for the playoffs. But you know what? To me, after the Bears got 8 wins, to me, everything else was just like, you know what? This is all bonus to me. All my expectations were exceeded because the Bears, I saw that the head coach was right. The offense, even though it wasn't working as well as, but there you've seen that they had moments that the offense is going to work under Ben Johnson. That they just had to work a lot of kinks into it. Like this team was legit. And I felt that right away. It doesn't take me that long to to realize and to see things a little bit differently, or to see things to where I put my expectations and they were going to be exceeded. And I knew that right away. I truly did see that. I don't put myself in those lofty expectations because I really don't want to feel that disappointed. I really just want to see okay, can you meet my requirements? And if you meet my requirements, it's cool. My requirements were met right before my requirements were even broken, if that makes any sense. Because I just knew this team was something. This team had something. I knew this team was just going to go out there and cause chaos. Fuck, did they really cause chaos? Literally, probably for, I don't know, 16 games. Other than one game against the Detroit Lions that I could think of literally going back throughout the whole entire. There's only one game that I could think where fuck, we weren't really in it. We were in every single freaking game. And every single game there was some time every game had some type of high blood pressure moments. I mean, you go back to Colston Loveland's against the Bengals. You go back, obviously, the DJ Moore touchdown, the Packers the first go around. Hell, even the loss to the Minnesota Vikings week 1. You know what I mean? There are many moments in this whole entire season that the Bears kind of put us through and been like, shit. But what happened is after the 4-game winning streak, after we went 0-2, you just felt like this team was never going to be down and out no matter what. And that's all you want at the end of the day. The belief that that you could win in the final quarter, no matter how bad it was. Tony said, I didn't. That's why it was a great season. I'm going to give him 8 and 9 wins. 100%. Well. If it isn't my birthday, really. Look who's on deck. Who I got into the show coming in. Not only do I have my co-host, Jose.
Is that Johnny Parlay?
What it do, baby?
Oh shit! This is great. This is great.
Had
this
to get out.
A great episode. And then like Tony said, look who showed up.
Good, better, best, baby. Good, better, best. Come on now.
Better, best. Good goes to Johnny. The better goes to Jose. And obviously, I am the best in this show right here. But what's up, Jose? How are you today?
Good, bro. Really good. Sorry, I'm
yeah. Jose? Hi. How are you, Jose?
Here.
Good.
You hear me?
Mic check 1 2. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
all right. Then.
You hear me?
I
Good?
can hear you. Yes, 100%. We're good. We're all good.
All
What's
right,
up, Johnny Parlay? How are you, my guy?
Man, I'm feeling a little better. I've been sad. I went back to work today. It's people asking me, talking smack. I got a Packers fan that's my coworkers, and I thought he was gonna let me slide because he was talking mad smack in the Packers game in the beginning. But then of course I had to give it back to him, and I seen him today, my boy Jimmy John, and man, he hit me with the, hey, we saved you a seat for Cancun right here. I was like, got my ass, man. Got my ass.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But I mean, hey,
I'm still hurting, man. Honestly, I'm not even excited for this weekend's game. Super Bowl, I'm probably I'm at work Super Bowl. It's that type of feeling right now. I'm a volunteer to work. You know what I mean?
Cash in that Cashed in that
It hurts.
that extra double time and a half.
Oh yeah, man. I really wanted a Bills and Bears Super Bowl. And look what happened. They both out. Got you.
Both of them.
Both
Yeah,
of them.
you were 0 for 2 this weekend for that one.
Both of them.
Woo.
Both of them.
Both of 'em. Both of 'em.
Man.
Jose, how you
Luckily,
feeling, my guy?
luckily,
That's,
hold on.
48
Luckily,
hours removed.
luckily, my future Raiders quarterback, he did me right last night, winning that college championship.
Mendoza.
I didn't watch a single second of that.
Come on, the Hoosier Daddies.
Hoosiers.
Nah.
Jose, man, better late than
Anyways,
never.
Jose,
What's up?
how you feeling, my guy?
I'm good. I feel good. Yeah, sorry, I was long day today, but honestly, I feel really good about the Bears season. I feel good about this Bears team. I even feel good about the win or the loss. I'm sorry, against the Rams, because you still seen so much good, right? This season itself, guys. Nobody expected what we saw. Nobody expected. Nobody thought it was going to happen.
Sure.
This was free money. We had a chip on our shoulder, just like the Commanders last year. That's what we were this year. It was free money all year long. Everything after the 11-win season was already a success. It was it. 1 year under Ben Johnson, Caleb has already grown so much. I can't wait to see what year 2 does. And we got to work on the defense, man. We work on the defense and make some move offensively, and I think we're definitely a contender. It does. I would say it does hurt a little bit. I kind of almost wish we got blown out, so that way we could literally tell ourselves we just weren't ready. But the fact that we could have won that game, the fact that we could have been in the NFC Championship, does hurt, right? Because let's say the Rams do beat the Seahawks, all year long we're gonna be like, that could have been the Bears, that could have been the Bears, the Bears this, and it sucks that it's not the Bears. But at the same time, it's also pretty cool because, again, this is only year 1 with Ben Johnson and Caleb together.
Honestly, Jose, sorry, you brought up the Seahawks. Watching that Seahawks and 49ers game, I'm like, damn, I'm scared to win tomorrow, meaning on Sunday, to face the Seahawks team. Because they lost Kittle, but we saw, our game against the 49ers is exciting, Even though we lost that game, but to see how the Seahawks just manhandled them, I'm like, damn. And we would go over there to face them. I was definitely nervous, but I'm like, all right, we got to win Sunday first. But like I was told Eric in the comments earlier, to lose the way the season ended on an interception it's just a gut punch, man. It's just, it was like deja vu, the double doink. That shit sobered me up. In that moment, I was like, get the fuck out.
But it's not as
it's obviously. I mean, the double doink's still up there with Noah Penal and D Rose. Like you guys said, we're playing on house money. I just feel like the Bears' luck ran out, man.
But why? But is it just me, or is it wasn't as like deflating? It wasn't as heartbreaking.
No. The game was over. The game was over right after that. The game was over right after that, bro.
Yeah.
That shit stung. It still stings. Like, I mean, because you see it, you've seen it the last couple of days. Everybody's covering, whose fault is it? Caleb, DJ, Odunze, and I mean, regardless, every time you keep watching it don't feel no better. Regardless of who you put the blame on, it doesn't feel better.
No, it doesn't. But it doesn't. But at the same time, it also does feel like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I think I was reading what you were saying in the comments. This does feel like 2015 Cubs. It does feel like 2015 Cubs when the Cubs made it past the wild card, losing to, I forgot what team they lost to. I think what was it?
No, we beat the Pirates in the wild card.
We lost to the Mets.
We beat the Cardinals in the divisional, and then we lost the Mets in the NLCS.
Yeah. So it does almost feel like that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. But man, I hear you. I hear all sides of the argument. It's Caleb's fault. It's DJ's fault. If Rome would have done this, if Ben would have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Having a conversation yesterday with my wife Paulina, she brings up really good points. Ben is who he is, right? We
100%.
know
We know that 100%. He's gonna go for it.
and we hired him for that reason,
Mhm.
right?
100%.
He is very, very, I guess, risky, or like he has balls when it comes to play calling,
Right.
right? And he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for that. And same for Caleb. Caleb knows he can make every single throw. And the confidence that Ben has been giving him, the development, the teachings that Ben has been giving him, is only encouraging him more to make those throws. And like, as much as I wanted him to be conservative in that play, as much as I wanted Ben to be conservative in those fourth downs, that's not who they are. And yes, it burned us this time, but it could very well be successful next time. So you just gotta live with it.
I mean, to piggyback off of that, I think it's really unfair for people coming at Ben for not taking the field goal points. Like, I mean, it's easy to say that after we lose. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And that's why it's like, but that's who he's been all year long. You know, you go for it. You know, I mean, who would have thought the Rams would stop us that many times on fourth down? I sure didn't going into the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams defense was, I mean, they're good, but they're not fucking Seahawks defense. You know what I mean? They weren't up there. You know, they're like mid like us. So who would have thought that? You know, exactly. I mean, I think probably 9 out of 10 times we know Ben is going for it, and whatever game it is.
And it would have worked. At least the first one would have worked if Rome would have caught the ball.
Yep. Should have. Yeah.
Should have. But also at the same time, I think that Ben not really trusting the defense in those type of moments, for him to go for the field goal on those fourth down plays also played a big factor, because he didn't have a defense to kind of have some type of confidence to make those type of decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like, he had that defense was giving up points left, right, and center no matter what to anybody. You know what I mean? So for him to have those type of play calling abilities for a field goal and be like, all right, defense, I'm gonna trust you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he never had that trust at all. So
it goes.
Yes, they had 4 sacks in that. Yes, they made Stafford uncomfortable, but also at the same time, I think Ben was just oblivious to that simply because he never had that trust because of what the defense was throughout really the entire season.
To be fair, that was in the beginning of the game when he went fourth down. That was, that was before all those sacks and the defense showed up.
100%.
Right, and not to mention, I think it was a little bit more respect on the other side. We're going against an MVP candidate in Matthew Stafford and one of the best offensive players in the game.
Exactly. Yeah. They won Super Bowl already together.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Like, I just think it's definitely looking at it both parts. Both sides of the coin. You got to respect who they are. At the same time, you got to remember who
100%.
we are. Our defense before this game hasn't really been the best, so you can't blame Ben for that.
No, I agree 100%. We were hammering the over every game just because our defense is so sus.
Exactly.
You know, who would have thought it'd be a 10-10 game for majority of the game? You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, 100%. Real quick, let me go to the comment section because Tony got us in there. He said, nothing to be sad about, guys. A great season and a proud Bears fan season. Proud Bears fan. Season 1, just imagine what's to come with the team. Will get better. 110%. I mean, that's anything that we're looking forward to. Again, for the first time ever in my fandom as a Bears fan, we have a coach and we have a quarterback. That sentences never came as a Bears fan whatsoever in any other season. And I think I say
hold on.
And say that, and I think all you guys can agree to as well, right? Unanimously, you guys can agree that we have a head coach and we have a quarterback, right?
Let John speak his piece.
I know. We know from history, from when we started this pod, that Eric, never agreed with Mitch.
Right.
But you gotta to what Tony was saying, what you were just saying, Eric. Right. Even to your 2015 Cubs, comparison, like going into next year, it's gonna feel like the year after the double doink. We're favorites to make a run. And we did feel that way. You can't deny that. We felt that way with the defense we had, and now it's reversed. We got a sus defense, but we have faith in Caleb and his offense. Yep. I mean, everybody's on DJ's ass to ship him out. I don't think he's going nowhere. I mean, look at us. We were on Swift's ass prior to the Vegas game, trying to ship his ass out. Now we got Sasonic and Knuckles over here in Chicago. But I mean, Eric, to your point, I think it's gonna, spring and summer, as we get closer to, for football season, it's gonna have that vibe of when we had, the year after the double doink, after Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year.
Yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point to make. I would say, though, the difference between the 2 years is, I would say, you look at this offense, you look at Caleb, right? You trust him a little bit more than you do Mitch, but at the same time,
right.
We have a young core. I think last time with the defense, like if we're comparing this offense to last defense from the 2018, that defense had a lot of older guys, a lot of guys who came in free agency. This team is this core in the offensive side is Caleb, it's Loveland, it's Rome, it's Luther Burden, right? It's one guy. Like that right there, that core right there is going to be good. You know what I mean? Like,
don't forget Darnell Wright and Ozzie Trapilla.
Yeah, and then right, the offensive line, right? I 100% agree. But what I'm saying is, I tend to trust this a little bit more. Plus, we know Ben Johnson's a better coach than Matt Nagy.
100%. We know that now. 100%. But I'm just, that's my thing. And you compared us to the Commanders earlier. That's another thing. Like, I'm nervous to have like a disappointing season next year because expectations are so high. Now, I expect the playoffs this year. You guys didn't. A lot of other fans didn't. You guys are content with making the playoffs and how the season ended. I feel like our luck ran out because, our Super Bowl, and a lot of people joke about it, but it's true. Our Super Bowl was beating the Packers. Yeah. And we needed some luck and some help to come back and win that game. And then here we were so close, and for Caleb to do an amazing catch, and then just for it to end on an interception is so bittersweet. And like obviously going into next year, I mean, we're going to be Super Bowl favorites, not just in our fandom, but I think across the nation.
Like, well, there's a lot of hype now. I mean, after this playoff, people are definitely looking at it as different. But that's what we want.
But that's how it was with the Commanders. That's what happens to the Texans after CJ Stroud rookie year. You gotta maybe it's me. What did MJ say? Expect disappointment, so you're never disappointed.
Yeah.
But it's just I'm trying to pump the brakes and not live into the hype of next year already, because you never know what could happen. I mean, God forbid any injury to any key player, we're cooked.
Right, with the Commanders, right? They lost Jaden Daniels, they lost Terry McLaurin, and they couldn't do anything. So
and look at CJ. He's been carried by his defense all year long.
Yeah.
And we got the memes now of how we try to big brother, little brother, Caleb, but
little bro ass. Yeah.
It's just we gotta savor the moment. But I'm still hurting after the loss. I know you guys are happy how we won. It's those things. Because at the end of the day, it's what have you done for me lately type of business. We play to win a Super Bowl, and you just hate for this to be like the one that slipped away. Like, this was our best chance. I mean, you know what I mean? Like in 5 years from now, you hate to be like, damn, man, we could have had it that year. You don't want to be Josh Allen and the Bills, close but no cigar, 5-6 years from now.
Yeah, but I think the only difference is this time around, John, with the Chicago Bears is that there's and the foundation is, fact of the matter is that there's a quarterback, there's a head coach, there's an offensive line that was intact, that was healthy throughout the whole entire season, get a little bit of depth, right? You have weapons that are young enough to and still controllable enough, like the Loveland, like Loveland, like Rome, Monangai, I guess, and then obviously what you're going to come in with this draft this upcoming year, and obviously what the head coach is going to bring in year out. The two hardest things for any NFL franchise to have is a quarterback and a head coach combination together at the same time, married together. These two are married together. There's another year of them growing with each other again for another season. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's going to leave. Ben Johnson is never going to leave unless if he fires himself out of a job. So again, the difference between the other two is, well, Dan Campbell really isn't an offensive coach. DeMeco Ryans isn't an offensive coach. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but Ben Johnson.
I mean, look what the Ravens just did. I mean, who would have thought John Harbaugh and Lamar would have parted ways? Even the Bills. The Bills got rid of.
But McDermott isn't an offensive-minded coach either. He was a defensive coordinator.
Right.
John Harbaugh wasn't even an offense or a defense coordinator. he was just a special teams guy. Like he was just
Right.
a rah guy. Everything else he built around himself. So again, this time, this is why this is completely different.
So
Is the fact of the matter is that you have a head coach that is going to be with you for a long time until he coaches himself out, and a quarterback that you've seen throughout this whole entire season that knows can get you there, and will get you there with more marinating, with more coaching, with more timing, and everything else is built around him just perfectly enough to where you can build the teams around you how you need to build for a contender for the next 3, 4, 5 years before that contract talks with Caleb Williams begins.
So
Real quick, guys, before
let
me just go to the comment sections real quick. Tony says he's with me. I'm with Eric. I've been a Bears fan since '77, and yes, finally we have a couple coach and a quarterback, and the young players in the best in my lifetime. And then Foz, what's up, man? He says John has a great point. It's hard to win. It's hard to win in this league. 100%. Not saying that. If there's 32 teams, only one becomes a champion.
Yeah.
So it is hard. It is hard for the team, but also at the same time, it's know your team is what I like to say. Know your team. Know where your team is at this point. Yes, you're gonna have a season like the Bears did, and let me be clear to you guys right now. This year is probably the last year where a season is going to be fun. After that is all business. Now we're in the business side of the Bears window. Now we're in the Bears side of like, okay, the shit's getting serious. We need to move on forward to become whether it become the next champion or the next dynasty, whatever that window is going to be for the Chicago Bears. It's business. The fun stuff happened. This was the fun. No more fun, guys.
That's where I was gonna go, Eric. I mean, do we have the next Andy Reid and Mahomes here? Do we have what it takes to be the next dynasty in the NFL? Is that your guys' expectations? Or are you cool with one Super Bowl for like the rest of Caleb's career, or do you expect a dynasty going forward?
Well, real quick, I think you and Foz both said it, right? It's hard to win in this league. We would all want a dynasty, but I think we all know that every other team is also improving their roster year in and year out.
Well, they're trying to, but it doesn't always work out that way.
I mean,
we've seen that. But the Chiefs have managed to do it. The Patriots did it before then. Why can't we be the next dynasty?
We can, but it's going to take both Ben, Caleb, and even we'll throw Ryan Poles. It's going to take all three of them to really lock in and do their job, right? Ryan Poles has to surround this team, has to surround Caleb offensively, but more importantly, right, our weakness was defense this year. He has to do something on the defensive side because, again, look at these other teams. The New York Giants got better just by adding John Harbaugh.
Oh, yeah. And for 5 years? Shit.
I mean, and remember, they didn't have Malik Neighbors. They missed out on Cam Scatterboo, half the year. You just got to develop that guard, and you have a team over there. They already have a good defense. So it's like, you know what I mean? The Texans, who knows what they're going to do with C.J. Stroud, but they're coming in next year with a good defense. All these teams are going to get better. The Ravens are going to get a new coach. The Bills are going to get a new coach, and those teams might look even crazier. The Steelers, who knows what's going on there, right? But that's just an example of everybody trying to get better. The Packers, right? Stay in the division. The Lions got a new OC.
And that's the thing, man.
The Packers just extended Matt LaFleur. You know he's going to be motivated to try to get over the hump. And the Vikings are still a good team. They just have a bad quarterback. Once they get that situated, this division is going to be tough.
Yeah. You definitely can't pencil the Bears to win the division every year. The Packers and Matt LaFleur. Say what you want, even though people are calling for Matt LaFleur's job, they ain't going nowhere.
Jordan Love's a stud.
You can compare Jordan Love and Caleb all you want, but going forward, as long as LaFleur and Love are in Green Bay, you cannot pencil the Bears in to win the division.
Yeah. Well, don't forget about the Lions.
Can I root for? Can I root for sustained success? Like, can I root for being in the playoffs 6 out of 8 years, or 7 out of 9?
I mean,
like that? Can I root for
to
that?
be honest? No. My expectations is playoffs at bare minimum. Going forward is a playoff team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like being in the playoffs 6 out of 8 seasons. Can I root for that? Because I feel like once you're in that dance, once you're in the playoffs, then anything can happen, right? the beauty about football, it's any given Sunday. It's only one game.
Hold on.
That,
though.
that's
one
not
game,
true, man. That's
and
not.
then
Yes, it's not true because it goes back to the argument we had years ago, right? I get it, right? Any given Sunday, especially with this Bears team,
Mhm.
anything can happen.
right.
But we went into this
100%.
playoffs knowing. But we went into this playoffs knowing the Panthers weren't going to win it all. We went into this playoffs knowing
The Packers.
the Packers weren't going to win it all. Look at
We
the
do this
NFC
every
South.
year.
Right. We went into the playoffs knowing who lost to the Bills.
The 49ers. I expect the 49ers to win.
But I'm
The
talking about
Jags. The Jaguars.
the Jaguars had a chance, but
The
but
fucking
we-
okay. Look at the Steelers.
Jaguars.
Look at the Steelers.
we all went in knowing the Steelers weren't going to get it.
Right, but to Eric's point, if
No.
you guys keep making the playoffs or finish over 500, you're content with that?
the Steelers every year. The Steelers always make the playoffs.
Right.
They're always a first round exit.
I don't want to. I don't want to be that.
What? Is that what you?
I don't want to be that. I don't want that.
Don't get me wrong.
But-
It's a
but-
privilege. It's a privilege to have that at years after nothing,
Well,
right?
Mhm.
But at the same time,
Right.
it's going to get stale, and we're going to start calling for people's jobs. And
We
at that
we
point-
we have this argument every year. Every year we do this with
Right.
all the teams across Chicago, where it's like, hey, I want to see my team play in the playoffs, even if I don't expect them to win. I'd rather them be in the playoffs. So to
I
Eric
want them to
saying,
be contenders. I
right,
want them to be contenders. I'm okay with them making the playoffs, almost winning it and losing it, only because at least you know they're there. But if they
Right.
go in every year and you already going to pencil them
You
in
already
as a
know.
exit, it's
yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, putting our fandom aside, from a fan perspective, you can pencil the Packers into the playoffs every year, but
Right.
you don't expect them to win.
Steelers
is-
with Tomlin every year.
Is,
but
th-
they're not
is
gonna
that
win.
yeah? Is that what you want to be with us?
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't.
But guys,
either.
we've never had that here in Chicago though. So it's like,
But
you know,
Eric,
you know what I mean? Like we've always had.
What do you
this
mean? Matt
platform-
Nagy's coach. We made it twice with Matt Nagy. 2 out of 4 years.
Right. But again, but where's Nagy now? Like, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Like,
Yeah.
where's
Shit,
you know,
he
where's
went to
Nagy
a Super Bowl after us
now? Right. But as a what? Like as a
as a OC,
as a OC,
as a-
just riding the
as
coattail of
a-
Andy Reid.
as Mahomes' personal water boy.
Right.
but Eric,
Exactly.
I've never had a Ferrari.
But I
I
was
never
saying
had a
is,
Ferrari. I don't want one knowing it's gonna. I don't want one knowing it's gonna die in 5 years. I want a car I know it's gonna last longer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense.
sustained success. I'd rather root for sustained success some way somehow, and just knowing that my team is going to be good enough to be in the playoffs, and how it's built, whether for Super Bowl contenders or not.
Right.
Because Fi says right here, he says from here on out, Bears are Super Bowl contenders,
You gotta be.
right?
Yeah, as long as we have Ben and Caleb, yeah.
You gotta be.
Yes. And then obviously with a few modifications, right?
Right.
We need those modifications on this
Yeah.
team, especially on the defensive end of side.
I mean, realistically, okay, offensively,
we need those fixed. We need
I
that.
think
fixed.
our offense is straight, man.
And obviously, the
It's-
beauty about this, we still got three more years of Caleb Williams control before that contract talks comes
Mhm.
into play. Because when that contract comes into play, it ruins basically almost everything what you're building or what you're going to build for the future.
That
Now-
boy gonna be the highest paid.
Here's the real key. Exactly, but here's the key right here, and this is what's going to be different from here on out, right? Because Caleb Williams is probably the first batch of NFL players that came off the NIL money. So this guy already came into the league with money, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, he's getting paid, so he's getting more money, and obviously that contract is going to come up with even more money. Now, how much is that factor going to be? I don't know. He's going to be the highest paid NFL quarterback? Probably. And it ruins
Yeah.
everything that the Bears are going to build. But he can also be like, look, I made my money. I want to win. I'll take a cut. Let's build this team. And then now we're having a whole different stipulation because now he
Mhm.
could be the quote unquote trendsetter of these NIL players coming in with money to the NFL and really like, I don't need the bag. I just want to win. That
But
can
Eric,
also happen
realistically,
too in the next 3 years.
that's only gonna happen if those players, wind up with like the match made in heaven coach. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like if we didn't have Ben Johnson and Caleb still stayed on the team, you better believe he's gonna go for the bag.
100%.
Well, and let's
And
be
I
honest,
think
it's not guaranteed he's going to go for that either, though. It's not guaranteed he's just
Uh,
going to go ahead and. Be
I mean,
like,
but
oh,
okay, but
God.
how many people take a deal like what Tom Brady was doing all those years throughout the dynasty? I mean, even Mahomes, you know, he reset the market, but he still took a team friendly contract somewhat. But where else do we see that in the league? I don't. My thing is, I think we need to win a Super Bowl before Caleb gets that contract.
Well,
Because like Eric said, it's gonna put us
that's a really-
behind.
That's a really good point because those guys were okay with it because of they were the face of the franchise. All those endorsement deals outside of the league
Oh yeah,
is basically what they were worried about the most. Hey, I
Right.
want to. I'm the face of the league now. I'm good. I can
Mhm.
take less over here because I'm making bank over here. Caleb
Right.
hasn't had that yet. Caleb, I agree with John that we do need that Super Bowl in order for Caleb to even think about taking a pay cut. Because if not, then why? Like people are going to start questioning him and his abilities. And if that's the case, why wouldn't he take more money? I mean,
right,
he-
100%.
Tony on Facebook says it's going to be it's going to be so great coming. I'm going to get season tickets. Then we got a comment on YouTube. I says, feels like as a staff, they should probably have known DJ wasn't himself and Caleb should have dropped him in the progression. Easy to say though, I guess. 100% appreciate the support, guys. As
You know
always,
what?
Follow us on all the social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, guys. Always like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Like and share on our Facebook page, on your Facebook pages, guys, to notify and to help us on our show here too as well. Hit the little bell on both YouTube and on Facebook to notify when our shows are live. The comadre has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen, and she said, "I think Caleb's fine as far as endorsement. Bro's on the second year and almost getting mobbed at the Blackhawks game. 100% right now. Caleb is probably the king of Chicago at the moment. He is that guy." And I guess you could say rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. He is the guy of Chicago. He's QB1 of the Chicago Bears. He is once QB1 of the Chicago Bears. You probably have the upper leg out of everybody in all the sports teams in Chicago. And right now is just, it is what it is. And and that was the one thing. Like if you have this team, if you have the Bears team by your hand and you're performing very, very good. And you're making these splash plays, and then you're making the Bears look great, not only in Chicago, but in the national market, you're going to get noticed, and you're going to get loved by every single sports team that we root for here in Chicago, and that is what Caleb's doing right now at the moment. The comadre says Caleb is getting dads out here painting on his nails.
Painting their nails.
Okay, guys, baseball season.
No K.
I mean, hey, look, I said if the Bears would have made the Super Bowl,
pitching.
You would have had painted nails on Eric.
Who has no pitching?
I would have painted my nails.
The Cubs.
The Cubs got pitching.
You guys gave up Ani Managa halfway through the year.
It's okay. He's coming back.
Need more.
We need more pitching.
We got Cade Horton. Justin Steele's coming back for that 1 year.
We still need more pitching. We still need hitting.
We do this all the time. Look, hey, the Cubs do this every year. They make a big free agent signing. You guys get hyped like you're gonna do something.
But they've also made a big
and then you give up on the team come All-Star break. They flirt with you guys a little bit in August and then fall off in September.
I don't know. I do think this year is a little different. But what I would say, because no, it is. The reason why is because you're right. Kyle Tucker, we got in a 1 year. The year before that, it was someone else. We got in a 1 year. But we actually got Bregman for multiple years. He's going to be here for 4 or 5 years. We traded Cabrera on a good deal. I think he's going to be here a few years. That's
cool.
No pitching.
Right fielder.
No pitching.
Seiya Suzuki.
Well,
no pitching.
Suzuki was he was a good player last year.
Don't forget the fall off. Don't forget the fall off of PCA needs to be studied.
Don't
forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. He was getting cheered on yesterday, but that's because he was walking next to Caleb.
He missed a couple games. He didn't come back the same.
He took himself out the MVP race.
He did took himself out of the MVP race. He did have a pretty bad August, a super bad August.
He got injured.
And a very mid in September. But I would say this though, John. The one thing you do say no pitching, but the one thing that the Cubs have been doing this offseason is getting nothing but pitching. And the pitching that they really needed help in was in the bullpen. And they got arms that they got so far. in the bullpen,
I-
plus the trade that they
And they-
got for
and they got
Cabrera.
legitimate starters.
for
No,
Cabrera
not
too
I
as
like
well.
no. I'm gonna tell you that Eric, you were disappointed in that trade, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they
I
got
was.
the wrong.
I
They got the
was,
wrong
because the
pitcher
only
from
reason
Miami. They traded for the wrong pitcher in Miami. They should have got Sandy.
I
That's a big splash.
I
They
don't
would have got
reason why
Sandy.
Eric already admitted he was
Right.
wrong. Eric
They would have no. Cabrera's mid. Cabrera's mid.
bro. Cabrera
But one
had
thing
a
I
good
would say,
season
though,
last
John,
year.
is
He's gonna be an all-star this year. Watch.
What is Sandy? Sandy's their ace.
But
They've been trying to trade him for the last 2
Sandy's
years.
their
You want to make a splash? Go get
Sandy's
Sandy
their
and then sign Tucker back to
hear
back.
I hear you. I just think the Cubs felt that Cabrera would have been a little bit more controllable. They didn't have to pay him. And look, that's the thing that we can all agree that the Cubs are cheap. They went for Cabrera because they knew they were.
You guys were not happy in our group chat when they got Cabrera.
I was. Eric wasn't.
I wasn't, simply because
Eric, I was.
that trade should have happened in July.
Yeah, but
Like
and-
the-
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That trade should have
But
happened
we're
in July,
here.
not
It
in
didn't
January.
happen in July. We're here, and all we can do now is sit here and trust the process because nobody expected us to make it that far last year. Yes or no?
But Jose, the fact of the matter
Yeah.
is, though, like you trade away your only right fielder to
Bro, but he
the
wasn't.
Marlins for a pitcher.
You're forgetting Seiya Suzuki was a right fielder.
Seiya
before
Suzuki
Tucker
played right
even
field,
came in.
yes, 100%, but his defensive metrics at right field isn't all that great.
He's
And the fact of the
solid,
matter
bro.
is,
What are you
you're-
talking about? Last year we had
you're also
he
taking
moved
away. You're also
Suzuki around.
you're
Suzuki's
al-
a solid right fielder.
You're also taking away Suzuki in the DH role, which weakens your team too, and hitting prospect
have
too.
Max-
as
It's
well.
hitting
That's
carry.
why I was very
It's hitting carries, bro.
In the DH role, you
Okay,
now have
that-
Alex
that is-
Bregman in third base. What are we talking about here?
that
He's
that is
hitting
100%
carries. His
fine.
value.
But Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw isn't supposed to be your DH.
He can.
Luke Shaw is not a DH. Luke Shaw was close enough to win you a Gold Glove at third base, Jose. So
But
that
Jose,
already speaks
You
volumes
have
on
a
itself. On
legitimate
what
Gold
the
Glove
metric.
You just signed Alex Bregman, who's going to be there offensively and going to be a Gold Glove winner at third base. What are we talking about here?
You forget Nolan Arenado's in your same division, same league. I mean,
I hear you. All I'm saying is that he can do it, though. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm saying he can. That's all.
Jose. To be fair, anybody could DH.
Come on, bro. Right, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, why?
Anybody can
Like Eric's saying, bro. Like Eric's saying, your
Anybody
right
can
fielder is
DH.
more
But the
valuable
thing-
than a DH.
What I'm saying is we have. I feel Suzuki is a legitimate right fielder. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, fam.
That's my argument. Suzuki
If you
can play
watch-
right field. He's done it before.
If you watch Suzuki the last
successfully.
right, but the thing about Suzuki that I don't know if you failed to mention here, Jose, but he's not a very healthy player. Like there's times where Suzuki goes down for a period amount of time throughout the season,
Mhm.
whether if
fair.
it's an oblique, whether if it's a hammy, whether if it's this, whether if it's that, right? So that's why they put him in the DH role, and that's why they went out and they got Tucker because you
put
couldn't
him in the
rely on
DH role because
Suzuki
they got
for
Tucker.
160 plus games. And him as a DH, you still couldn't even rely on him as much. But when he was there, he was a very good hitter. But
Yep.
when you had everybody going right, when Tucker was right, you literally had a legitimate offense. Now you take that away. You take Kyle Tucker away. You put Suzuki back where he wasn't really as reliable as we once thought he was. But yeah, now you're missing two holes. You're missing a hole for right
Mhm.
field, and you're missing your hole on DH.
Eric,
And if
this
you
is
want to
the
do
same-
Moises
we had the same
Ballesteros,
conversation
if you want
last
to
year,
do
bro.
Luke Shaw, that's 100% cool and everything like that. But you're
No,
missing
no.
you're missing the solidifying on your offense on bringing in what worked very, very, very well for the Chicago Cubs and putting Seiya Suzuki in the DH and a very, very good legitimate right fielder in Kyle Tucker, and everything else was working in sync. The only thing that will work about at this point right now, Jose, is the fact that what do? You either trade and get some good prospects and probably a good player for Luke Shaw because you're giving up years of command, of 5-6 years of command, or you get what you can get for Nico Horner at second base. You move Luke Shaw at second base, but you also lose the great value of defense of Nico Horner at second base because of the defensive work of Gold Glove caliber player.
I hear you.
And now the Cubs put themselves in this position because they're, like you said, we're too afraid to spend, and all of this should have been done last year.
I hear you. I'm not arguing that part. I'm not arguing the fact that because we're not willing to spend, that we got to move pieces around to fill in the gaps that we've lost. I hear you. I'm with you on that. My argument is this: we have enough. I feel like to at least be as good as we were last year. I didn't think we lost too much, and you made so many opinions and statements last year as to why the Cubs weren't going to win as much games and blah 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 and this and that. You sound the same. Give it time. Let them play it out. I do trust Jed Hoyer in a way where you can identify talent and build at least a decent team. I'm not saying a World Series contending team. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying a World Series contending team because we're not willing to spend.
Part of
Mhm.
Right? We're not
No.
willing to spend.
part of
I'm not saying we're doing that, but what I am saying is we're going to be at least as good as we were last year.
Well, see, like Jose made that mistake. Jose made that mistake saying Super Bowl contending team, but this is a conversation we have every year. You guys, you joke about Bulls going to play in. Guess what? I still go see them play in the playoffs. The Cubs too. Even if they make the playoffs, they're not going to win the World Series. I mean, maybe it's because based on basketball have longer seasons, so we're okay with just a playoff appearance with no championship expectations versus football, a lot less seasons, or a lot less games, shorter season. We want that championship. But it goes, I mean, this is the same thing every single year. The Cubs, they make one big splash, a couple trade for some mid-decent players, and it's like, I mean, granted, the division hasn't got any harder for them.
No, not at all.
At all.
That's the
At
sad
all.
part.
And that's what's
Like, they
helping
don't
them. I
take-
mean, the only people they got to
They don't
compete
take
with are the
advantage of
Brewers.
those people.
That's it.
That's
the
what
crazy-
That's it. But it's
That's
like
the
that's what I'm
crazy
saying.
part
So you guys are content with making enough moves to make the playoffs, and that's it.
I'm
not.
content. Look, the way I see it is this, and I'm being for real. No one's beating the Dodgers this year, right? No one's beating the Dodgers. They're just. I hate what they're doing. I hate what I don't blame them for what they're doing. Shout out to their owner for doing it. I just hate the fact that it's happening. So in my head, just making it to them in the NLCS is our World Series. Because at this point, we're not going to win shit. The Dodgers are controlling everything. We're not going to win shit. So let's just get to the NLCS. Let's face the Dodgers and hope the league does something about it next year. Because let's be honest, nothing's going to happen this year. I
First,
agree
win
with
the Central. Like, be dominant in your own division first before you even think about NLCS.
Yeah.
Like, control your division. Like, you are the highest paid. You're the top fish in the Central. Hell, in the Midwest. You're the top dog. You're the Chicago Cubs. You make money hand over fist on this region, in this region alone.
Yeah.
Win the North, win the Central first, and then worry about the NLCS. That's it. Because I am tired of like this, the Milwaukee Brewers still walking over you, even though you paid this amount of money for these amount of players, and yet you still don't have the testicular fortitude to take that division by the horns.
And the Brewers
That's the
don't
only
spend
thing.
money. That's the crazy. The Brewers don't spend money like that.
They don't spend money.
Everything's not deferred. Like, they don't even spend money like that. That's the crazy part. Tony on Facebook says they will bring back Castellanos from Cincy. You heard it here first. And then Fase says, my question is, who's going to take down the Dodgers?
Nobody.
The Dodgers and Tommy
3P.
John
Dodgers.
surgery. That's it.
3P, baby.
Only God can take down the Dodgers right now.
3P. What do you mean?
God can take
With
that.
injuries and
They're going to acquire my Lord and Savior in the All-Star break.
bro. Hey, real quick, I don't know if we read this, but let's
That
not
is
ignore it,
crazy.
John.
You
Shout out
can
to
hate all
Caleb.
you want. What?
Talking about Caleb.
What do you mean? My season ended. My season ended because this dumbass threw a pick.
Hey, but he still brought you joy and
He
hope.
still brought you joy.
But
You
did he
would've
win me a
Still
shit?
cheered like a little girl.
You wouldn't be
Did he win
considering,
me a shit?
Super Bowl every year if it wasn't for him.
Did he win me a shit? What do you mean? I wouldn't be considering a Super Bowl every year if it wasn't for Ben.
If it wasn't for Caleb too.
For
doesn't
Ben.
throw the ball, but Ben
Without
doesn't throw the
Ben.
ball.
Throw the ball.
Without
Ben
Ben,
doesn't throw the ball.
Ben's my coach, baby. Ben's
You
my
can have-
coach.
You can have Ben
You can have a
Johnson
coach.
and Tyson
You
Bagent.
can-
I guarantee you. Tyson Bagent doesn't make the throws Caleb does. Tyson
he
Bagent
does.
doesn't get us to.
Tyson Bagent makes the
Oh,
playoffs.
now you're,
Tyson
now
Bagent
you're just
doesn't
talking
get-
out of your ass, my guy.
Tyson
Tyson-
Bagent makes the
wait.
playoffs.
Tyson Bagent
Derek-
does not get us past the Packers. Tyson Bagent does not get us into overtime against the Rams.
First
Tyson
of all,
Bagent
first
does
of
none
all,
that.
first
None
of
of
all, we owe the Packers kicker a thank you for getting past the Packers.
Bro, we
Our luck
still
ran
had to
out.
make plays.
Our luck ran out. Don't
We
front
still
like
had-
we've
we
had
still
luck
had to
all
score
year long.
points. We still
We've
had to
had
score points.
that's the
when
thing.
lose.
That's the thing. We've had luck so many times this year. We cannot rely on that going into next year with these Super Bowl expectations.
Yes or no? Yes or no? If it wasn't for that 4th and 8, Caleb to Rome,
Mhm.
we don't even make it to where McManus misses the field goal. Come on now, give him credit, bro.
He missed 2. I mean, I'm not discrediting him, but like I said earlier, our season ended when he threw the fucking pick.
Well, yeah, duh. That was obvious. Yeah.
What do you mean that was
Yeah.
obvious? It was a tie game. You can't.
And this is our God right here.
And my boy
This is our
Fives.
God right here.
That's my boy
This is our God
Fives.
right here.
Bro, come on, bro.
Said,
Realistically,
Yeah.
I think
you
half.
would not.
You could say half of the NFL
You would
quarterbacks under Ben Johnson would make the playoffs
John,
on this team.
half the NFL quarterbacks can't even make the throws Caleb made to even get us where we needed to be, bro. Come on now. Let's stop it.
And then the most important throw of the game, what's he do? Under throws.
You could literally blame so many people with that.
No, okay, let's go
Yeah, you
there
could
then. Let's
definitely-
go there while we're here.
Here's
Let's
what-
go there. Who do you blame, Jose?
Me personally,
Who do you
DJ
blame?
for
Yeah.
I'm
half-passing.
going
DJ
half
for
Caleb,
half
half
passing.
DJ. I'm going
Have what?
half Caleb, half DJ. I feel like you're both. My thing
I-
is this. Let me explain. DJ, yes or no, did give up midway in that route, right? If he would have went full speed, he would have maybe seen that ball was coming his direction, and he probably could have made it. I also blame Caleb for he needs to recognize at the same time, if you see DJ have accident down the field, go somewhere else, or just throw the ball out of bounds. It's not like it was 4th down.
Right.
So I give both blame for that reason
Mhm.
alone. So yeah, but you know what I mean. I hear you.
This
you.
is they're gonna know what
It
me.
doesn't help. It also doesn't help that even on that route, if you guys seen it through that view of Caleb throwing the football, right?
Mhm.
It also doesn't help that both Rome and DJ at the end of their routes, they half-assed
Right.
their route running abilities. They both thought that they weren't going to get the ball. So in that aspect, again, it goes both ways. Whether if you blame Caleb Williams, you blame Roma Dunze, you blame DJ Moore, the blame goes at the fault of execution of your route running abilities and pass itself. At the very worst, DJ could have just played a DB and make sure that interception doesn't happen if
Yeah.
that ball was on the throw.
Right.
At the very, very worst.
Yeah, but because
Right.
he gave up, you didn't even give himself that chance, and that's
Okay.
that's the point.
That's the thing. So personally, I think it's miscommunication on both of their ends.
Right.
Because I mean, we've seen it. You know, at first, I mean, when I first was watching it, I thought DJ was jogging and was just ready to take off for the end zone. Like we've
Yeah.
seen them connect for plenty of times this year. But then also
Yeah.
from Caleb's point, I think Caleb was waiting for him to cut in, and you do want to see DJ throw his body out there to at least prevent the interception. But also, you do got to give credit to the defense. I feel like, man, he had a great read on it. And you guys know from playing sports, where any sport, if you hesitate, if DJ had a split second of hesitation, whether it's a cut in or cut out, it's done.
It's over.
That's it.
And
Yeah,
and,
it's
and,
done.
and and you give credit to the defense. He was reading that play the whole fucking way.
Yeah.
That's like it's fun. In the moment, like I said, I'm heated as fuck because it's like, dude, who the fuck? Why are you throwing in?
Jokic
Because
shit.
right. What do you say, Ben Johnson? I mean, like I said earlier, it's easy to blame Ben now that
Glenn Johnson,
now that we lost. But
Right.
but I mean, it just seemed like miscommunication all over, and defense was like reading that shit like nothing. Like it was, like they did that shit all day. Like I really think, I mean, you guys are saying, a lot of people are saying DJ wasn't hauling ass, was slacking. I do want to see him throw his body out there, but I think it was like that slim moment of hesitation, and you're cooked.
And I think next time Caleb, when that happens again, I think he'll realize, okay, I need to
And
go
if-
somewhere else.
Well, then for Caleb too, he probably wasn't expecting that wide open space in front.
It was there. It was there.
I mean, yeah,
It was
in the
15
moment, right? You
seconds
see
late.
him, you see all that space. Of course, who's not gonna get excited and hey, bro, run here, and you're gonna
Right.
throw it. But if your
Exactly.
guy's not on the same
Again,
page as you, it
it's
just
over.
sucks that it was on 4th down and then it got picked.
It wasn't fourth down, but it wasn't fourth down, and
Wasn't
that's
fourth
I
down.
think that's why people blame Caleb because it wasn't fourth down. He could have been a little bit
was
more
third.
conservative. Yeah, he could have been a little bit more
It was
conservative
it
there.
was 3rd and 4, I think.
It
Third
was-
and 4?
It
I
was
thought it was fourth. Okay.
he had a chance
Yeah.
to for another.
And
play.
see, that's why I think DJ was expecting to go deep because I think if DJ, it just kind of looked like he was jogging and just ready to take off.
What do you think?
I
Eric?
don't know.
It looked like he was ready to
go
take
deep
off, and
when you
DJ was.
kinda half-ass your turn before.
I don't know, man. It just.
Because again, like John, if you see like if you see Rome is the only one that's still going
It was-
vertical at that point.
But
Second
it,
and
it, it, it
They're
doesn't
both
make
running
no
at the same-
chance for him to half-ass it though, bro.
It
They've
was-
had
it was
so many
second and
game-winning
8.
touchdowns.
It was 2nd and 8
Again.
when it happened. 2nd and 8.
It's like- so again, it was, but again, I feel like in my perspective, in my untrained eyes, seeing that play, that I feel that both Rome and DJ both felt like they weren't going to get that ball in that certain situation. Like
Oh.
if you literally pay attention and look at both of them at the same time, when they break, when they're separating from each
Mhm.
other, they're both legit jogging away from each other, thinking
Right.
that they're not going to get the ball.
So you're
So,
saying they both thought
again-
the other person was gonna get the ball.
100%, 100%, and that's where the problem lies on that part.
Right.
The problem on Caleb's
So then-
part that he threw the ball in the position to where like they're like nobody was there other than DJ Moore, but DJ Moore not really paying attention.
Right.
So again, it's kind of one of those situations to where it's just kind of like nobody was on the same page. And what Jose says, 2nd and 8, you had 2 more downs to prevent from all that, which is 100% true. You still had moments in that game to do a big play like that. It wasn't needed at that moment, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't
It's just it's very
like you said.
It leaves
It
a very
sucks,
sour
but
taste to end the season
it's
like
just
that.
one of those plays. Super sour taste, especially of what we came through from that Hail Mary full of grace, let the Lord be with thee, pass through Cole Kmet and stopping the Rams on their first possession on their first possession at
on
overtime.
a 3 and out. Yeah, yeah.
Not only stopping them but going out. Like that was super key at that moment. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And on top of that, you win the toss. So like you have all the momentum going towards
Right.
you. And
Yep.
that just really deflated the balloon at the game.
I would say this. I am more, I guess, prone to defend Caleb, but I think it is a lot of it's because of what he has done for me, right, as a Bears fan in particular, right? Like the game we went to, Eric, amazing. Like something I remember the rest of my life. But even this game, when he threw that 4th down, when he threw that touchdown to Cole Kmet,
To commit is
I was with my son and we were jumping up and down, hugging each other. Something else I'm going to remember the rest
all
of my
right.
life. Like,
Yeah.
That. So I am prone to defend him a little bit more. But guys, when we need him to come up, he comes up. So we can't sit here and celebrate
Clutch.
all the clutchness, everything he brings, but then kill him for the mistakes he makes. You know, it's gonna happen. He's not gonna be perfect. We want him to be perfect, but it's impossible for him to be perfect. And this is only 1 year under Ben Johnson. This is only his 2nd year, his 4th offensive coordinator in his 2nd year. He's still learning the game. I think Colin Cowherd, whatever his name is, right? The
now here's a guy.
Yeah, he put it perfectly. He put it perfectly that Caleb has always been the best player on the field in every division, every level of the game. Now he's not. Now he has to actually learn how to play. He relied on his talent alone, and that got him so far. But now he's here where everybody is just as talented, and he needs to learn and develop in the game of football. And Ben Johnson is bringing that out of him little by little. And this is only year 1. So that's why I feel like I can defend him, because it's only year 1. We look at him as someone who should already have this in his game. But again, he's coming from being the best player in college, the best player in high school, the best player in Pee Wee, and
High school.
he only relied on his talent. He didn't have to rely on him being developmental up there, him being just as sound mentally. And now he has to get there, and Ben Johnson's the one who's going to bring it out of it.
Like that.
100%. Facts, Jose. You're absolutely right. And this is only going to be fun,
Hopefully.
guys. And you know what sucks about all of this?
We gotta wait till
Now
September.
we have to suffer a whole winter of Bulls basketball. Ugh. Even though they're winning right now, 110-89 against.
Oh,
the
they're whooping
Clippers,
ass.
still-
Josh Giddey.
They're whooping ass.
D
But
Rose
again,
night.
it's
D
just one
Rose
of
night
those
on Saturday.
situations-
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Oh, you'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll be
We're already there.
Let's
I'll
go.
be at home doing something else.
Meet me at the bar.
Hell yeah.
It's
Let's
going
do it.
down.
I'm down.
Now you know what? EA Pucks is coming back. I think I'll watch a little bit more Blackhawks.
Nah.
hockey. A little bit more now.
Why? Because
You
your
know?
quarterback supports hockey now? That's why? You jumping the
No,
wagon?
just because you know what else?
Where's
is there
Jack
to
at?
do?
Where's my boy Jack? He gonna drill your ass.
Stiff.
EA Pucks is coming
Wow.
back, y'all.
Mm.
EA Pucks coming back. But this was fun, guys. This was a fun season. I'll admit
Fun
it.
season,
This was
it
a
was.
very fun season. I enjoyed my time of the 25-26 Chicago Bears. It's going to
was.
be a very memorable season. I'm going to remember this team for a very long time. I think this team just exceeded all the expectations that I wanted, and I fell in love with the team, and I was excited to see them. So now from here on out, boys, is business.
Yeah, we're not playing with house money going forward.
No,
The
sir.
target's
sir.
on our back every year.
And you know what I can say confidently right now, boys, before we end the show? That we have a motherfucking window open for a Super Bowl. Can you believe that, guys? We have a window open to win the damn Super Bowl, guys. I am excited to say that because I never said that for a Chicago Bears team ever. Not at all. And now we have it open because we have a head coach and we have a motherfucking quarterback that can get us there, boys. Yeah! Hell yeah! Make sure you guys follow us every Tuesday, 7:30. We're live on our shows on Facebook and on YouTube. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe on our YouTube page, like and share on our Facebook page, and also hit the little bell on both Facebook and on YouTube to get notified when our shows are live. We're live at 7:30 every Tuesday. Don't forget, but hit the little bell to get notified. Also, follow us on all the social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Spotify, on Tag, on MySpace, all the social media platforms. Follow us on those apps too as well. Guys, it's good to see you guys. It's great to have you guys into this show. It's great.
Reunion, baby. JCA.
Yes, sir. We had
The
to.
outro for this one, Jose. Shit, I'll tell you that much right now.
He said what?
But I appreciate you guys, just like how I appreciate Faz on here coming on here. I appreciate Tony hopping on too in the comment section. Obviously, the wonderful and the beautiful Kamadre hopping on too as well. Shout out to my baby, my fiance Laura. I love you. And also, I know we have a comment on YouTube too as well. I can't find him right now, but we appreciate him on too.
Voyeurism. Voyeurism is his name.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Thank you for that. So yes, as always, guys, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. Guys, any last words before we end the show?
Good, better, best, baby. Come on now.
West.
And so you good gets better.
And you better gets best.
Hell yeah, bear down. We will see you guys next week. And as always, Jose, hit that outro. We'll see you guys next
You're
week.
now listening to GCA Sports Podcast.
What are you doing?
You're
Oh
teasing
my
us?
God.
Damn.
It's
Also,
my-
congrats to the Bears. Sign the petition.
my laptop
You're like-
is my laptop's lagging.
Like fucking DJ and Odunze running their routes. God damn it.
Lagging, bro. I'm lagging right now.
Oh my Jesus. I got it from here. We'll see you guys next. Wait, I don't even have the JCA outro, do I? Oh my God, this is the worst way we finished the show.
Come on,
Where is
man.
it? All right, we'll see you guys next week. See ya.
See ya.
You're now listening to GCA Sports Podcast on Spotify and Anchor.